So this knife is actually the same knife that was in that video titled My 52100 Chopped Through the Nail. Okay, you can see it's really, really thin. We've removed the ability for it to chop a nail because we're not trying to make knives to chop nails, okay? That's not what a knife is for. So why the hell will we have that kind of geometry on there? We use that to know that if it's good enough to drop it down low. And I mean extremely low. For this knife right here, this is the thinnest I've ever gotten a knife. The Stihl's 52100, and behind the edge, and we put a nice silky smooth 1000 grit edge on there, all right, 15 degrees per side. This is 2 thousandths behind the edge. This is the thinnest knife I've ever used in my life. And what can you do with a knife at 2 thousandths behind the edge? Well, you can do stuff like this right here. I can take the knife and push it directly into something like this wood, and it sticks, which is just nuts. And we'll hold that there because I know what you're thinking. It's super fragile, right? Well, this is a caribou antler, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to carve this caribou antler, and I'll show you guys. We can carve it, no big deal. I mean, anything can just push straight into something hard like that, right? On this antler. But if we push in and do like a twisting cut, look how painful that is. The knives are not meant to do this, where you stick it in and twist it out. See that right there? Stick it in something hard. And that twisting action right there. That's not good for a blade, especially at 2 thousandths behind the edge. That's extreme. A lot of knives, even at 10 thousandths, will have a huge problem with that. But you can see here on the paper, despite all that, we'll wipe this off. No damage. Look up close. No damage. So yeah, I've got to say, nice and hard. This is killer, man. Of course, I mean, there's always going to be people out there that can definitely break something like this. No big deal. But those of us out there that like to sharpen and like stuff that's incredibly sharp, I mean, we need to get that heat treat steel dialed in to be able to hold extreme geometries like that. It's just going to be way cooler. So yeah, really, really excited about 52100, and we're going to keep going. We're going to see what else we can do with it. But so far, this is kind of an extreme limit to steel. As far as I can tell, about 2 thousandths is that's about the limit for a usable tool. So this will make essentially a scalpel when it comes to a hunting knife right here. Just an extreme geometry scalpel. So I won't do this kind of grinding on all of them because it's a little too extreme for a lot of users. But if somebody knows what they're doing, this is what you want right here. This is going to be a very highly precision tool. You know, at 2 thousandths behind the edge, it'll laser through shit. It'll sharpen super easy. The burr comes off just excellent on the steel. And what's cool about 52100 is we have an extreme edge stability to it, very fine grain structure, and yeah, it seems to have the ability to hold its shape really, really well, especially at thin geometry. So very, very cool stuff. Look forward to sharing more. Take it easy, guys.